Hello, my impatiens. How are you all doing? How are things going with you? How art thou? Pete says, hey, what's up, big dog? Oh, not much. I'm eating my vegetables now. I'm eating sugar snap peas. I got some Chinese food, sweet and sour chicken, and I figure, what's a well-balanced meal? You eat that wok fried chicken kind of, and you balance it out with some vegetables, some organic vegetables from Whole Foods. Yeah, man. Sweet and sour chicken is pretty good. Uh, hey, big dog. They say, hey, big dog. Oh, hi, doggy. To quote Tommy Wiseau. The love of an Andrew. Yeah, man. Yeah, I need to create a new album. They want me to create a new album. Pete says, I don't want to arrest. I don't want to alarm you, Andrew. But a lady got arrested for doing the dog sin. Um, I'm sure the stat. First off, it was 2002. I mean, or 20. It might have been 2001, according to my mother's photograph. I think the statute of limitations is long since up. I'm not sure though. It's like how 20. What's 2025 minus 2002? It's like 23 years ago. Peaches, I think it should be good. Hell, in a way, if they charge me for the dog sin, first off, I was a minor, and secondly, in a way, I welcome it just for the absurdity of it. You know, I mean, I want to see the media report. Oh, they're charging somebody for committing a dog sin 23 years ago. It's like what? Yeah, I mean, obviously I don't want to go to jail, and he blames Opie and Anthony. In a way, I welcome it just for the ridiculous news story. Though you don't want to be locked in jail or the hospital. The dog was female. The dog was female. We've never had a male dog. Pet the dog. Love the dog. Because it was mostly due to psychosis. He should be okay. Hey guys, I'm not really sure what the law is. Hopefully, I don't wind up in jail or the hospital. However, I don't want to go to jail or the hospital, but those are some good vegetables. In the eyes of the Lord, I'm forgiven, though. I went to confession and I confessed the dog sin to the priest. And the priest gave me a few Our Fathers and Hail Marys. So in the eyes of the Lord, I'm forgiven. I don't know if I'm forgiven in the eyes of the legal system, but in the eyes of the Lord, I'm forgiven. Taylor says, hallelujah, Andrew, hallelujah. So I will be going to heaven. You know, well, like my mother must have known what I was going to confession for. I'm like, Mom, I have to go to confession, and she took me there. When I was in high school at the time, she had to know what I was going to confession for. I think she probably should have gotten me into like therapy. Like why am I confessing the dog sin to a priest? It's just. Hello, I'm on with the impatience. What's up? No, I don't. I don't want. I don't want anything. But oh, somebody likes my song "Bloody Butt." Yeah, my mother didn't tell me that. Our toy poodle had her. Actually, it's called being in heat. It's not called, but she didn't. She called it "Bloody Butt." No, no, no. Different dogs. I'll show you. I'll show you the dog. I'll show you the bloody butt dog. Let's see if I can find it. The bloody butt dog was a toy poodle. Let's see if I can find the photo. La 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 la. I'm going through my photographs here. Everything's all disorganized. Uh, yeah, this what? Oh, come on! Where are the photographs? Damn it! Here we go. This is the dog. This is the dog that had bloody butt. Let's see if I can find another picture with that dog. Yeah, I'm gonna show you the bloody butt. Yeah, yeah, that dog. That dog. Yeah, that dog. Wasn't the dog's in dog. Let's try to find another photograph of me with that dog. Okay, there's probably some photo. This was shortly before Snowball passed away. Okay, this is her when she was a little bit older. This is me with Snowball. The toy. This is the bloody butt dog. She was a good puppy. The white one was called Snowball. We wanted to call her Fireball, but she was called Snowball. This is Snowball when he was older. And this is me with Shadow. So it says you and Shadow were very close. I think this is. I mean, although my mother took this picture, I think this is around the time the Dogs In took place, if not exactly when the Dogs In took place. So let's see if I can find it. This is probably, according to the photograph, it took place December 15, 2001. The Dogs In. You know what? I'll share with you all the photos, and not. I mean, I know my brother probably won't be happy about it, but I'm going to share with you the pictures of. Let's see if I can find it. This is a. I think Snowball is a metaphor for me. I'm like Snowball. That's me with my brother and Snowball. That's me with my brother and Snowball. Notice the trash can lid over here. Yeah, I was. These are my running years. I was pretty skinny at that time. Somebody says Steven was the better looking of the two at that time. Yeah, I was like I had like a skeleton physique. I'll show you my physique at that time. That was my running years. I was really skinny. Yeah, this is how skinny I was back then. I would run all day long. Well, this is the shape I was in. This is me with my grandmother. Notice she has on the blue blazer shirt, like the blue blazer stuff. She's pointing. She says that's just a swimsuit. She's not pointing and doing a blue blazer reference. Flip the switch to off. Ooh. Okay. Erie says, you look better as a skeleton, Andrew. I don't know about that, Erie. I don't know about that. This is me in 2007. The infamous picture or the famous picture. This is September 16, 2007. So it says, you look the same pretty much. I guess. I should try to recreate that photo. I won't look as good. Let's go. Anybody want me to go through some of my photos? La 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 la. Interestingly enough, I like how the XFL fist or a wall photo. This photo is very 90s MTV. You look like a new metal best bass player here. All right, I can go through some old photos for you guys if you'd like. This is me at Pathmark. My shitty part-time job. I didn't like that job very much now. My shitty part-time job. La, 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 la. This is me with the skeleton physique here. Oh. So he says, "You look scary." Taylor says, you were a kid. That's what a skinny kid looks like. Yeah. So he says, has your family always been big on photos? You have thousands. Yeah, my father was a really big photographer. He liked doing it. This is me making the big bucks. Making the big bucks of singles here. Tons of money from Pathmark. Hey Gina, how you doing? That's stripper money, they say. You look like a white rapper. Making the cheddar. See if I can find some more photos here. This is me doing mathematics. This is me in the math lab. I was doing math problems. Tara says, I almost won the lottery. What do you mean I almost won the lottery, Tara? What do you mean I almost won the lottery? Elaborate, Tara. Tara says it was a joke. Very few people would understand. In fact, I don't even understand. Tara, please elaborate for the class that I almost won the lottery. What do you mean? Explain. This is me with the wall of jacks. Somebody says you almost won the lottery, but there was a switch. Can somebody explain what? So what happened? So basically, a life of luxury that was meant to be given to me was given to somebody else. Is that really the truth? Is the life of luxury that was meant to be given to is that really true or no? Was there really an old switcheroo? Is this delusions? Tara, don't fuck with me, please. Was there really a switch? Can somebody just tell me the truth? Tara, don't mess with me. Or is it delusions, or was there really a switch? Is it? Gina says it's delusions. Is it really delusions, or was there really a switch? Did they really give a life that was meant for me to somebody else? Can somebody tell me the truth, please? Tara, can you tell me the truth? Is it delusions? Don't just say something. I mean, just tell me. Did something really happen? Tara, please elaborate. Tara, please elaborate. Tara, can you elaborate, please? Was a life that was meant for me given to somebody else, or is this delusional? Like Tara, tell me. Come on, Tara, tell me the truth. Like, was a life that was meant for me given to, like, yeah, just realize, toggle the switch to off, flip the switch. Vitamin D says, I have proof there was a switch that took place. Somebody says, Joker laugh. That was a Joker laugh. Yeah, just like, and who orchestrated this? Let's say there was a switch. Who orchestrated the switch? Was it my family? Was it a rich, famous, or interesting person? Like, who orchestrated the switch? You know, who is the person who did it? Was it Howard Stern? Was it Triple H? Who's behind this nefarious plot? Was it Dale? Was it my stepfather? No, Tara, I can see you. Somebody says Dale is suspect number one to me. Somebody says Dale has to be behind the switch. Oh, Tara says, then you could see it was a joke about someone named Queen Cobra. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. There was no switch. There was no switch. You know, they didn't give a life that was meant for me to somebody else. I was not supposed to be famous like one of these pop superstars. And, you know, like another person wound up hanging out with Lady Gaga and all the celebrities and going to the Met Gala. This is delusions. Correct? Yeah. And the answer is correct. Yeah, I mean, I think a girlfriend would make me feel better about the situation. Like, I think if I knew the truth, would I be righteously angry at my mother and stepfather, or would I, or at Howard Stern or Triple H or whoever orchestrated this? Erie says yes. Come on, guys, don't mess with my mind. This is like a therapy session. You're supposed to tell me the truth. Horndog says you need a girlfriend for sure. So he says you'd be furious at Margot Robbie. You'd be furious at Margot Robbie, Andrew. They did a switch. They switched your life with a poor person, Andrew. They switched your life with a poor person. So he says, you're laughing, but that's what you believe. So he says, that's a possibility. So did yeah, I mean, realistically, this would be better handled in therapy, not on a live stream. Okay, let's open up the seltzer water here. Yeah, this seltzer water tends to explode, so you gotta open it gently. This is like a real metaphor for me. Because if they tell me the truth about the Switch, I might like get righteously angry and explode over the top. So they gotta make it. They gotta slowly tell me. Is that true or no? If I discovered the hidden realities, am I like a seltzer water that might explode everywhere? Gina says nope. It's all delusions, Andrew. And the seltzer water didn't explode. Somebody says, be more specific about what righteous anger. Well, let's say I discovered a life of luxury that was meant for me was given to my stepsister, hypothetically speaking. And money that was meant for me was given to my stepsister, and she went to the Met Gala, and she was partying with Lady Gaga, while I was running all day long, eating the worst trash imaginable, wearing rags, could have died from anorexia, exercising like a skeleton, getting sunburned all day long. I'd be pretty angry. I mean, I don't know what I'd do. In fact, I don't want, the hospital, So, obviously I don't want to punch a hole in the wall, but, I mean, like, I would definitely start cursing at my mother and stepfather. I'd definitely say, fuck you. Like, I would get angry. I mean, I don't know what I'd do, but I'd definitely be steaming angry. So he says, you already punched many holes in the wall. But apparently nothing happened. Apparently there was no switch. There was no switch. So toggle the emotional switch in my brain to off. No, I mean, righteously angry, that was Dr. Garrett's term. He said, don't get righteously angry. Instead, play the violin and cry about the trauma you were put through. Because if you react righteously angry, yeah. So he says righteously angry. Maybe I should stop using that term. Maybe I should just say angry. So yeah, a lot of my terms come from Dr. Garrett, quite frankly. So he says, I think Dr. Garrett needs a doctor, man. TV says, if I didn't know any better, I'd say Dr. Garrett was a plant sent by the enemies of your parents. Or maybe Dr. Garrett was sent by my family, and my family was using Dr. Garrett to gaslight me about the Switch and Lady Gaga. Maybe Dr. Garrett knew my mother, and it was all gaslighting. I mean, that's a theory too, right? Maybe maybe Dr. Garrett was in on it, in on the conspiracy, and so was Dr. Copland. It's a theory. It's certainly a theory. Somebody says, you're full of theories, Andrew. Maybe Dr. Copland was in on it too, and he was pharmacologically abusing me. Somebody says, do you find wild speculation helps you in life? Somebody says, they used Dr. Garrett to control me and ruin my life. Everybody was torturing me. Everybody was, they were just gaslighting. I mean, it's a theory. It's probably not what happened, but it's a theory. So he says, maybe Dr. Copland and Dr. Garrett were good cop, bad cop. Dr. Garrett was the good cop. Dr. Copland was the bad cop because he had to medicate. Somebody said, maybe it was Elon Musk. All right, let's change the topic, guys. Let's change the topic. Somebody says Copland definitely caused a chemical lobotomy, but do you think I behave like a vegetable mind now? Do you think the psychiatric medications caused neurological damage? Erie says, yes, you behave like a vegetable mind, Andrew. They fried your brain. No, seriously, do you really think I do behave like a vegetable mind? I didn't want to. A pizza is actually true. You actually. Pizzas, you behave like a whole vegetable stew. Somebody says, you remind me of Brian Wilson, 1985. You're a pudding head. Somebody says, your brain is actually fried, and that's sad. It was my mother. It was my mother who did it to me. Do you think my mother had nefarious intents? TV says, Andrew, what if the truth is worse than anything you considered yet? The truth is your life and your family's lives are mundane and nobody is out to get you. Erie thinks they gave me ADHD medication too young. So he says, what would you do if there were no hidden realities? Maybe that's the truth. Maybe that's the case. Maybe the truth is there's no hidden realities. So you guys really think I behave like a vegetable mind? You really think I behave like Brian Wilson, 1985? Erie says, yes, you do, Andrew. Somebody says, it could be worse. It could be more. Somebody says, a more perverted Brian Wilson from 1985. Somebody says, unfortunately, that's how you behave. Somebody says, yes, Andrew, your brain is like a vegetable. So he says, I think you behave like the smartest kid in the fourth grade class. Gina, do you think I behave like a vegetable mind? Gina, do you think I behave like a vegetable mind? Let's see what Gina's response is. Be honest, Gina. Be honest. Gina says, I think you're paranoid a lot with delusions. So do you think I really behave like Brian Wilson, 1985? Do you think I behave like I have neurological damage? Somebody says, my behavior is based on torture. Somebody says, Gina always tells the truth too. It's some guy who had like neurological damage from drugs, basically, who talked like he was, a little slow. And do you think do you think I come across intelligent? Do you think I come across um like somebody who's intelligent, or do you think I come across? Erie says no. So you think I just come across as like a pudding head, like a vegetable, like somebody who's a moron? Somebody says maybe. Horn Dog says you are a complete vegetable. Seriously, you guys seriously think I behave like a complete vegetable? Not a moron. You really think I behave like a complete vegetable? Erie says, "Yeah." Can somebody be? Can somebody tell me the truth? Horn Dog says, "We are telling you the truth." Erie says, "I don't know how you're not embarrassed, to be honest." TV says, "You choose to be a vegetable mind." Brian says, "You are mentally disabled." Horn Dog says, "Get on the meds fast." Do you think they fried my brain with nefarious intentions? Do you think they had the. Taylor says, "I think you fried your brain." How did I fry my brain, Taylor? Gina says she literally had electric treatments, and that's literally frying your brain, and she turned out just fine. Taylor says, she thinks it was from all the spicy content. Pizza Pasta says, "I think you were born this way like Lady Gaga." Like Lady Gaga's song. So you don't think I was rendered a vegetable mind? You don't think my brain was melted? Pizza's only by the spicy content. Dead Cop says, "Do you think mentally sound people make your kind of spicy content?" Gina says, "I think you have a paranoid mind, not a vegetable mind." Okay, fair enough, Gina. Fair enough. Rendered a vegetable, rendered a vegetable, rendered a vegetable mind. My brain is fried. Do you think I've always been this way, or do you think the mega regimen of psychiatric medications fried my brains? I want to spend. Gina says, "Turn that frown upside down. You're not trolling in a wheelchair with a helmet on or drooling." Horn Dog says, "You were not this was until 2012, 2013." What does that mean, Horn Dog? Elaborate. You were not this until 2012, 2013. What does that mean? You think, Horn Dog, that doesn't make any sense. Elaborate, Horn Dog. Horn Dog says, "Prior to 2012, you were not a vegetable." Did you know me in 2012, Horn Dog? Erie says, I was like this in high school." So he says, "You seemed fine in the 2019 YouTube videos." Somebody says, Horn Dog says, "I don't believe you were born this way. It was created by bullying and torture." Somebody says, "You used to be more coherent." So he says the pandemic and the isolation may have added to it. Somebody says, I think the more you do this, the more it feeds your delusions and the more you get used to it. Somebody says, Andrew peaked in 2018, 2019. Somebody says, Puddinhead, 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 Puddinhead. You know, Gina says, she says, Dale has been getting off since 2014. Let's do a Brian Wilson. I'm gonna close. I'm gonna close out. Anybody want me to do a Brian Wilson song? I was sitting in a crummy movie with my hand on my chin. All the violence that occurred seemed like we never win. But love and mercy is what you need tonight. Love and mercy to you and your friends tonight. I was sitting in a bar and watching all the people there. Oh, the loneliness in this world, well, it's just not fair. Love and mercy, that's what you need tonight. Love and mercy to you and your friends tonight. Love and mercy tonight. Is that really how I behave? Does I really behave like 1985 Brian Wilson? Horndog says, this is beautiful, Andrew. Gina says, do you have on underwear, Andrew? Yes, I have on underwear. So he says, they must be thin underwear. So he says, Brian Wilson would be proud. Yeah, I think so too, guys. I think so too. Gina says she saw my camel toe. Oh, I didn't realize that. All right. She saw my camel toe. Just a little bit, just a little bit. Taylor says, you have a vagina, Andrew. No, that theory is disproven. Somebody says, this Friday, go get a White Claw. Let's play Hide the Mayonnaise. Somebody says, have you ever asked, why your, little Winky is so small? Well, Erie, I think I was just born this way. Baby, you were born this way. We were born this way with a small package. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get going. Rusty says, do 2 hours. I'm gonna go listen to music and get ready for bed. Horn Dog wants a fit check. I ate a lot today, but I guess I could get into my underpants for you. I'm probably going to have a little bit of a belly. All right. Don't look, guys. I don't want a wardrobe malfunction here. I don't want my YouTube account to get suspended, but they want a fit check, so they want me to get into my underpants. All right, here we go. Yeah, got a little bit of a belly today. Let's lower this. I want to spank you, little ass. Spank you, little ass. Oh. What do you think? How do you think? How do you think I look? Good, bad? Ears like, ew. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to put my clothes back on. All right. Iris says, that was so bad. That was so bad. So this is what... Oh, what happened? So somebody said I had a wardrobe malfunction? La, 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 la. All right, guys. I think I'm going to peace out here. Gina says, no wardrobe malfunction. No wardrobe malfunction. So he says, it's Friday night. Go get some alcohol, Andrew. All right, peace out, guys. So you really think I behave like a vegetable mind? Iris says, yes, you do. So you really think I behave like a simpleton and a moron? Pete says, you behave like a vegetable salad. Iris says, you behave a little slow. It's okay. Specimen Andy says, I think you're very articulate, Andrew. Pete says, we appreciate you for who you are. Horn Dog says, some people are vegetable minds, and that's okay. So he says, get a Foster's. Erie says, it's scary you don't see it. So he says, you have some paranoia, and there's childlike tendencies. I thought being a vegetable would somehow be really... Erie says, do you not watch your videos? You act like a child a lot. So he says, Andrew, you would go good with some ranch. Do I behave, more sharp, discerning, quick-witted than Brian Wilson in 1985, or do I behave about the same? Erie says no. You behave just like him. Specimen Andy says you behave the same. Taylor says, you think you're quick-witted? Jimmy says, you and Brian Wilson are about the same. Damn it. Is there any way to repair the neurological damage? Timmy says, take the medication. Somebody says, I think that's what Brian Wilson... I think Brian Wilson might be your real father. That's what the lottery ticket talk was about earlier. Tara just wouldn't say it. All right, guys. So he says hypnotherapy might work. Hypnotherapy might work. You can't believe Tara did what, Taylor? You can't believe Tara did what? Specimen Andy says, sorry, Gina, but he needs to know. What do I need to know, guys? What do I need to know? Somebody says, I know the truth about you. What do you know, guys? Somebody says, Andrew, you now have 666 subscribers. Let me check that out. Oh, man, I can do it. Is that true? I have 666 subscribers. Here we go. I'm gonna to end the stream. I'm gonna play this song. 6. The Lord said 6. I was dating a woman. Then I noticed the time on the washing machine was 6:06 p.m. The Lord said 6. 6. The Lord said 6. 666. But when I mentioned this to my psychiatrist, he said it's an idea of reference. The Lord wasn't saying 6. I'm like, go away, Satan. I hate you, Satan. I want to be a holy and righteous person. I want to be one with God. Go away, Satan. I hate you, Satan. Go away, Satan. I hate you, Satan. I was riding the railroad, thinking to myself I'm special, thinking to myself I'm different, thinking to myself I'm a future movie star. Then I noticed I was on train car 666. When I mentioned this to my psychiatrist, he said it's the luck of the draw. There's a train car 646, a train car 656, a train car 666, a train car 676, and so on. It's not the Lord saying I need to attend church. It's not the Lord saying 6. It's not the Lord saying 666. There are women. They think I'm nefarious. They think I'm evil. They get ideas of reference by the number 6. They get ideas of reference by the number 6. 666. When I mention this to my psychiatrist, all right, That was a little rendition of 666 based on me having 666 subscribers. It's ideas of reference. It's predicate logic. It's the luck of the draw. Tara, tell us the truth. Tell us the truth, Tara. Tell us the goddamn truth. All right, guys. So this is the truth is out there. What is the truth? Is the truth that I'm demonic because I have 666 subscribers at the moment? I have 666 subscribers at the moment. Somebody like it. I want 667 subscribers. I want 667 subscribers. Satan says yes. Satan says yes. So he says, did the switch happen on June 6th, 2006? Maybe. Train car 666. Somebody says, they elect a new pope and the Antichrist has arisen. Somebody says, Shanae has 6 letters in her name. 6. The Lord said 6. 6. When I mentioned this to my psychiatrist, he said it's an idea of reference. It's predicate logic. The Lord wasn't saying 6. The Lord wasn't saying 6. The Lord wasn't saying 666. All right, guys, I think I'm going to hit the old dusty trail. I appreciate you guys for watching. Hopefully I can repair the neurons in my brain and become sharp, quick-witted, discerning. Have a good night. Have a good Friday night, guys. Peace out. Somebody says, get Elon Musk to put Neuralink in your brain. That's how you'll wake up.